Mom knows best.
As the Master of Water, I think I can handle almost anything, either with my fellow ninja or on my own. Eventually, I would have figured out why, when we tried to catch Misdemeanor and her gang, my power over water somehow created a flood that let them escape. Plus, it nearly destroyed a village. And why I also almost turned the monastery into an aquarium without meaning to. Oh, and why I soaked Misako when I accidentally made the water she was carrying in buckets explode like geysers. I don't think Master Wu needed to call my parents to the monastery. And my mother, the former Master of Water, did not need to help me regain control over my powers and take over my life. But as usual, Mom had a bajillion ideas of how to make everything right when she got here, including me. When it comes to what I do and how I do things, Mom always knows best. The first morning Mom was at the monastery, I wanted cereal but couldn't find any in the cupboard. Smelling something terrible in the kitchen, I found Mom throwing away my sugar honey choco flakes while the blender mixed an odd combination of fruits and vegetables. Mom pointed to the cereal box and frowned. "Sweetie, this isn't part of a ninja's nutritious breakfast," she said. "Trust me." She poured the stinky greenish-brown liquid from the blender into a glass, and she stood there to make sure I drank it. Every last drop. Ugh! Yuck! After breakfast, I went to the courtyard for my daily training. Normally, I find my balance and rhythm alone, enjoying the peace and quiet. But Mom came out to watch, and she interrupted me every 5 seconds, pinning the sleeves and pant legs of my gi tighter to my wrists and ankles so they wouldn't flap around or trip me up. Then, she decided it would be better if I followed her training routine. Why? Because Mom knows best. Later, when Mom wasn't around, I ran into my brother in the hallway. I asked if Mom was annoying him as much as me. Kai shook his head. "I love spending time with Mom," he said. "I learned better ways to do things." I went straight to my room so I could scream into my pillow. But what did I find? My mom, laying out clothes for me to wear. Even when it comes to fashion, Mom knows best. After that, I decided to avoid her completely. I hid behind the pantry, where I found an old, moldy piece of pizza and 2 pennies. But it wasn't long before I heard Master Wu and my mother come in to make some tea. As Master Wu filled a teapot with water, I became so nervous that my mother would find me that I lost control of my power again. I heard a ksh and a splash from the other side of the pantry, and when I peeked around, I saw Master Wu drenched and my mom staring at the teapot that had exploded in his hand. "Nia," Master Wu turned to me and said calmly, "This is not how I prefer to take my tea." "Looks like someone owes Master Wu a teapot, my mom added with a smile. When I discovered that Zane and Pixel had left on a mission to the ocean without me, I wasn't frustrated, just sad. I sat on the side of the monastery bell, thinking. I couldn't control my power, my teammates wouldn't take me on missions, and my mom wouldn't leave me alone. I was seriously considering running away to the driest desert I could find when I felt a huge pulse of strange energy pass through me. As it did, my body tingled, and not in a good way. Suddenly, the water in the bell erupted like a burst pipe. And from inside the monastery, I heard every faucet, toilet, shower, and sink explode too. Somehow the pulse had set off my power. My teammates definitely weren't happy about spending their afternoon mopping and cleaning. I was apologizing just as Zane and Pixel returned to the monastery. They'd felt the pulse during their mission, and they also thought it was connected to why my power had gone haywire. But they managed to trace the energy surge to the bottom of the Tartarus Trench, the ocean's deepest point. Master Wu suggested we investigate. That was when Pixel revealed she had just the right ride for us. The Hydro Bounty, an awesome submersible she had built over the past few years in her free time. It had never been fully tested, but it was perfect for our mission. As the water ninja, the one most connected to the sea, it made sense for me to go, and my teammates encouraged me to go. But I wasn't sure if I should. A sink malfunction in the monastery was one thing, but a toilet explosion on a sub? That would be a very different and messy thing. What if my powers go crazy while we're down there? Master Wu nodded in understanding. If you'd rather stay here with your mother, he began. Oh no, I knew I'd much rather be at sea, focused on a mission, than at home with my mom getting on my nerves. I'll go pack. I told my parents I was leaving on the mission and why. Kai had decided to stay and protect Ninjago City in case another pulse struck, but I have a feeling it was just an excuse so he could play Prime Empire with Dad. Mom, of course, thought I should stay behind and rest. It made me feel like I was a little kid who didn't know what she was doing. Maybe that's how you used to solve problems, but the way I do it is to get involved and fix things, I told Mom before stomping off. Instantly, I felt bad. Maybe Mom really was trying to help. When the Hydro Bounty was ready to go, I thought again about staying, but I was needed. Zane had downloaded tons of info on pirates to get ready for our trip. He had also adopted a pirate accent to go along with it. When he cried out, "Cast off, I say! Cast off!" I was caught up in the adventure, wondering what challenges we'd face and ready to get some answers. I decided it felt good to leave Mom behind. I wanted to sink or swim on my own. A short time later, Pixel's sensors detected movement in the ship's corridor, but it quickly disappeared. The machines, they just be glitchy, Zane growled. So none of us thought about it very much, and we continued on. Maybe we all were swept up in the adventure, but we should have paid more attention. Because we knew we were off to learn the secrets of the deep, but we didn't know about the secret we were now carrying with us.